Hello, bonjour, and welcome to your new Alti Wine Exchange video. Welcome to this channel where we explore, we learn together, and we taste the wonderful world of wine. If you're not familiar with the Alti Wine Exchange, a wine investment and trading platform as well as a wine club, check out the link in the video description to learn more. So we're continuing our tour of all of the wine wonders Italy has to offer. That's where we are at the moment. And our tour of all of the classic regions in the wine world. More generally, we went through Bordeaux, Burgundy, Champagne, and we'll continue way beyond Italy. But after covering Tuscany in quite some details over the past 2 episodes, today we're staying in central Italy, and I want to give you an overview of some perhaps lesser known regions compared to Tuscany, names that are less famous than Chianti, let's say, but areas and appellations certainly worth having in mind to enjoy the real the extreme variety that Italian wine has to offer. So I've covered the white wines from these areas in a previous white wine specific video right here. So today we're focusing on the reds from Abruzzo, Marche and Umbria. Let's go. Abruzzo, this region, if you're not familiar with it, it's right in the middle of Italy, right in the center, but on the Adriatic coast, so to the east, just opposite Rome. If you see where Rome is, right in the middle, well, to the east of that. It's a beautiful region, quite green for Italy. It's hilly, it's got a beautiful coastline. Here there's virtually only one red grape, famous for being grown here, the local grape that is called Montepulciano, the famed Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. It's actually quite refreshing to pretty much have only one single name to remember in an entire Italian wine region, rather than 12 different grapes in 30 different villages like everywhere else in Italy. At least it's very easy here to know and understand and remember what Abruzzo is all about, Montepulciano. And Montepulciano is really great at that. It's quite consistent in style as well. The wines come with a consistent quality, which you may argue is also quite refreshing for Italy. What I love about Montepulciano is that it's a rather rich style, very cleanly, very vibrantly fruity. There's lots of dark red berries characters, dark cherry character. It's tannic, but it's not aggressive. It's rich, but it's not too hot or too powerful, too overwhelming. It's rich, but it's balanced and simply pleasingly fruity, really an affordable yet very satisfying style of red wine. In Abruzzo, they also use the same grape to make a lighter, a brighter style of red wine, even more fruit-driven style that is called Cerasuolo d'Abruzzo. It's the same grape that they use, Montepulciano, but rather than fermenting the grape with the skins all along the fermentation process, they simply soak the skins for some time to get just enough color and flavors, and then they press the whole, almost like making rosé, but with more longer skin contact, which makes like a dark rosé, if you wish, or a light style of red wine, which is the more correct way to describe it. It's a red wine, not a rosé, but it's a lighter red wine. It's just very fruity, it's simpler, but also lighter and easier to enjoy. Just a lot of cherry flavors and cherry-like color, and cherry is actually where it got its name from. Cerasuolo meaning cherry in Italy. And that's essentially what Abruzzo is all about. Montepulciano for the full red wine, Montepulciano d'Abruzzo, Cerasuolo d'Abruzzo for the lighter red wine style. Generally, those are rather affordable yet excellent value wines, although some producers take these styles very seriously and make high-end wines as well. They do exist, wines at over 100 euros or 200 euros a bottle, like Emilio Pepe or Azienda Agricola Valentini. Worth having those names in mind. The region of Marche, and yes, it's Marche, not Marche, we're just north of Abruzzo, still on the Adriatic coast, so just moving around the center of Italy. We're opposite Tuscany this time. So Marche is more renowned for its white wines in general. Still, they deserve a little attention for their reds as well. So grapes here are mainly Montepulciano, just like in Abruzzo that we've just talked about, and Sangiovese, which is more like Tuscany. And those two are often blended together here. They also produce some other grapes. There's always a lot of variety in Italy. Here a bit of Ciliegiolo, Pinot Nero, Lacrima di Moro and Vernaccia Nera. The red version of Vernaccia, which is quite interesting. You may have heard Vernaccia made as a white wine. There's a red version of it. Anyhow, those are often blended together. So because of this variety and these different blends, red wines here are quite complex and quite serious. Very spicy, fruity, tannic, one word, complex. Two names to have in mind here. The most famous DOC appellations are Rosso Conero and Rosso Pisceno. Try them if you see those names in a wine shop. Why not? Those are really rooted in the local terroir of Marche. Another two promising DOCs of Marche include Terreni di San Severino and Lacrima di Moro d'Alba. Some top producers also make single variety wines under the more generic Marche IGT appellation. Every region has a broader IGT, a bit of a vin de pays if you wish, and they make with great success some wines with 100% varietal wine like Oasi degli Angeli with a 100% Montepulciano from old vines that sells north of $200 a bottle, or 100% Grenache by Walter Mattoni called Rosso Bordo, and there's a Bordeaux blend by Il Pollenza. They're all a bit obscure and perhaps hidden, but there are certainly some gems to be tasted and explored from Marche. If you haven't heard of the red wines made in Umbria, not the rosés, the reds, now it's time to pay close attention because there are some very serious red wines made here. Umbria is just south of Tuscany, so it's just this small area, small region stuck inland right in the middle of Italy. It's small, but it's got a really rich wine culture. The most famous wine in Umbria that you may have heard about is in fact a white wine that is called Orvieto, but we've mentioned it in our white wine video, so I'll leave this aside for here or for now. But there are two top levels DOCG appellations in Umbria for reds as well. The first one and main one, which is the most famous red appellation in the region, is called Sagrantino di Montefalco. Now that's a name that is not broadly known by everybody in the world of wine, but those who know. Those who know a little bit about Italian wine do know about Sagrantino di Montefalco because the wines can be absolutely fantastic. They're made from the Sagrantino grape in the village of Montefalco, hence the name of the appellation. Dense, they're very deep, very complex, extremely balanced wines. Somewhat, I would say, a bit of the Italian Bordeaux type of wine. I mean, just in the sense that they're so balanced and so delicious. There's one producer in particular that's helped immensely the reputation of Sagrantino di Montefalco, and that's Arnaldo Caprai. Remember this name? A legendary winery, really a staple name in the world of Italian wine and an ambassador for Umbria wine. If you haven't tried any of their wines, well, you must. Bucket list wine. The other reputable appellation in Umbria is Torgiano, based on Sangiovese this time, like in Tuscany, with some delicious wines included, those made under the DOCG Torgiano Rosso Riserva, so the Riserva style from this area. There are also a myriad of smaller DOCG's appellations in Umbria like Allerona, Betona, Canara, Narni, and of course interesting wines made under the region-wide Umbria IGT appellation. As always, that was a brief summary, but there's forever more and more fascinating variety the further you dig into Italian wine. I think, and I hope I've demonstrated it, talking about the three perhaps lesser known wine regions of Italy. It's the beauty in Italian wine. Every village hides a wonder, a surprise, a treasure, including all around the center. In Abruzzo, Marche and Umbria, really don't overlook those wines. Don't forget about them. They're special. They deserve your attention. And I'll leave it here for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon in the wonderful world of wine. Ciao ciao, arrivederci.